Hello and welcome back to another video. This time it's WRC Generations and we are ready to go with the first rally, which is going to be Rally Sweden, and this video will be the first leg, so the shakedown and the first two stages until the first service area. We are in the WRC Junior 3 or WRC 3 Junior category, and I can't remember these strange namings. Anyway, we're driving a four-wheel drive Ford like everyone else, so everyone is using the same car, they just look different. And we are ready to go to a completely new Swedish rally, something we've never seen before, which is certainly gonna be interesting. So without further ado, let's head over to the first stage. Well, not the first stage, this is actually the shakedown, and this is probably the last time you will see this camera, because after this I discovered the replay option and that footage looks just a lot better than going through the stages like this over and over again. And as you can see, we're starting off during the night, which is not going to help a lot because I have zero track knowledge. I don't have the advantage of remembering these tracks or stages because I've never done them before. And night also means poor visibility, so it just ups the challenge a little. And this shakedown was perfect, not only because we get the extra sets of tires, but also because it kind of gives me a feeling of the handling, how the car behaves on snow. I haven't done snow or tarmac during the first couple of practice runs. I was doing gravel. So yeah, it's gonna be an all new challenge for myself as well, and at this point I have to admit that I didn't really feel comfortable with the car or myself, so there's gonna be plenty of getting used to in order to drive more effectively. So for this rally I think I will, well, at least I'll try to play it safe, and the main goal will be finishing. And yeah, well, we'll just see how that's going to play out. And as you can see, we have some heavy fog in the meantime, and I didn't see much, as you can see here. And I didn't really trust the co-driver either, because some of the calls were just way too early and I wasn't sure where exactly those corners are. So that's the end of the shakedown. So we have all the extra sets of tires. I think that's 2 extra sets, or maybe just 1, I don't actually remember. Doesn't really matter because we're going to use it. And we have 2 epic stages on the first day, so yeah, we'll definitely need some fresh set of tires. The car is not very damaged at this point. I mean, I haven't done much, and thankfully I didn't crash into anything either. So yeah, let's just get ready and go out to the first actual stage of this rally. And here we are. I think this was 7.3 kilometers. And there will be another one after this. That will mean the end of the first leg and the end of this video. And after that we're going to continue with the second one and so on. I wanted to do the entire day one in a single video, but that would have been more than an hour long with the 2 epic stages. So yeah, I just decided to go leg by leg, and that's what I'm probably gonna do with the future videos as well. So some of them might be shorter, some of them might be longer. We'll see. For now, it's just purely experimental to see what would be the best and probably the most spectacular as well. And as you can see, we're still during the night. It's still pretty dark. Visibility is poor, and as you can see here, it's getting foggy as well, which from the shakedown footage you could see that you can't see anything in it. And That's the reason you saw me turning off the lights there, because I figured out that I can actually see a bit more without the lights than with them. Because in the fog I just see a massive white wall in front of me with zero distance, to be honest. So yeah, this is better. However, I still misjudged this corner because the call was just so early that I had absolutely no idea where this is supposed to be. But we quickly turn the car around and just keep going. Not a bad mistake, and I felt like up until now I had a good speed as well, and it didn't cost too much time, probably a couple of seconds, nothing we can't bring back throughout the course of this rally. And here, well, previously the well-lit areas, you could see how bad the fog is even with those lights on, let alone if I turn on my own. So we're still going half blind, which is slightly better than being completely blind in the fog. And to be fair, it's not too bad. We still haven't crashed out, didn't drive into anything on the roadside. And I turned the lights back on because there seems to be no fog in this section. So now I can actually see with the lights on. And from the inside this section actually feels pretty scary, because the road itself seems a lot narrower than it actually is. So I was kinda having a fear of death mixed with some slight claustrophobia. And you can see a big spin here after a failed landing on the jump, which I had no idea that was there. And then a bit of trouble turning the car around, getting stuck on the snowbank. But then we continue on, and this time we actually lost quite a bit of time there by getting stuck on the snowbank. And actually this time these snowbanks on the side of the road are a lot scarier than in the previous installments. They can do some really nasty things to you, especially if there are some rocks involved as well. So they can really hold your car, spin it around. It kind of feels like it does in Dirt Rally, where Sweden is an actual challenging rally. And it's getting there in this one as well. In the previous installments I considered Sweden to be one of the easiest rallies. I don't feel like that's the case here, but we'll see that after a couple of seasons when I get the track knowledge and actually know where I'm going. And we're coming close to the end of this stage. It's getting foggy again, but since we're so close to the end, I'm not going to turn off the lights anymore. Plus, visibility wasn't all too poor in here. Well, yeah, I did turn off the lights for a second, but it was actually better with the lights on than without, because that area was also pretty dark. And that's the end of the stage, and we're on the first place with a bit of a lead despite the two mistakes we had on the stage. And now we're starting off with the second stage of this rally, which will gonna be the final one in this video. Now the goal is just to survive and get to the next service area and hope for the best. Obviously it's necessary to do that without any serious damage. I don't like to wreck the car, but it might happen. Still a bit unsure about the stage, but at this point I try to be a bit more confident from time to time, where I feel comfortable with the track. in the middle of a snowstorm as well, which by WRC standards is going to get worse by the time we finish, or it's going to stop completely. One of these two options, and hopefully it's not going to hinder our progress too much. Again, a bit of a narrow section here, but can be done relatively fast. Saying this while switching down to second gear. I mean, yeah, it can be done fast. I was just afraid to go fast. So we're playing it safe while flying through this section in 5th gear. We're running a little bit wide, which is always risky. As you can see, there is nothing on the right side, so we would just fall off the hillside if I slide off in the corner, or hit a snowbank and spin the car. So now we have the mandatory spin for this stage as well. Everyone is happy now, especially the spectators who got to see that. So we just go ahead and carry on, hoping we didn't lose too much time on that mistake. And as you can see, visibility is getting worse, the storm is getting worse, so again, it's a lot of guesswork where you are on the road, where you're supposed to go. Again, I was trying to trust that poor guy sitting next to me making these calls, but it's been pretty difficult, to be fair. But we actually still have a good pace throughout that section. And this one might be a little bit slower, I don't remember. And here I was trying to improve the visibility by switching around the cameras, but as you can see, it didn't help a lot, as visibility from the inside was just as non-existent as it was from the outside. So I just went back to this view and not much I can do. I tried the lights as well, but on the inside it didn't make any difference at all, so I just kept them turned off. If it did anything, then it worsened the visibility because of the fog again. So yeah, so far I think my biggest enemy on this rally is this horrible fog that you just can't see through, and it makes everything very, very challenging, especially if you don't know the stages. But as I said, that's going to improve because over the course of the rallies we're going to learn it, and that will help a lot, both in terms of going faster and in terms of mitigating the loss of speed due to poor visibility. It's easier to go through when I don't have to do the guesswork of where the track actually is supposed to be. And that should be the end of this stage, or well, at least pretty close to it. Yeah, I think it's right there, or maybe not. Oh well. Yeah, that's the end of the stage, and we actually have a commanding lead after the first leg. So we're back to the service area. I'm going to have a look at the car and probably change the tires as well, because the epic stage is coming up and I think I will need a set of fresh tires for that. And Yeah, we'll probably have to take back that suspension repair because it's still not that bad, it's still above 90%, and without fixing it we can actually go and fix everything else, so we nearly have our car fixed up to 100%. And yeah, so now we are ready to go for the next two stages, the second leg of the Swedish rally. So I think this should be about it for this video. Like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more or something like that. I changed the tires and then we're going to move ahead. So thanks for watching and I'll see you at the next video. Goodbye.